All right, you're looking at Orange is the New Black. In the old days, when it came to prison shows or prison movies, it was about guys breaking out of the joint. That's what they all wanted to do. In Orange is the New Black, these women, they're tackling issues. They're talking about feelings and emotions.
I know. And one of the stars of that show, Laverne Cox, she plays Sophia, an incarcerated transgender woman on Orange is the New Black. Hot show. Also, I mean, talk about exploding. She's on the cover of Time magazine.
That's you right now, Laverne Cox. Welcome to Good Day New York. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, put aside Orange is the New Black. Time magazine, the cover.
It's crazy. I actually have to thank, I think, the fans. There was a readers poll for the Time 100, and I was number 5 in the readers poll, but I didn't make the Time 100. And I was like, I didn't expect to make it, but the fans who voted were really disappointed. And so they started this hashtag, "Where's Laverne Cox?" and it sort of went viral. And I think that had something to do with me being on the cover, maybe. And Time said that they were wanting to do something about trans issues for a long time. So I'm really deeply honored, and I want to thank the fans and Time magazine.
Well, congratulations on that success and a new season of Orange is the New Black. We can watch it on Netflix as of Friday, right?
That is correct. It is out. Some people have already marathoned. I don't like the term binge.
You don't? Why?
A friend of mine said years ago, binge is believing I'm not good enough. But marathon sounds like it's a healthier way. When we binge, it's like it's not the best
marathon
thing.
kind of reminds me of Rocky. You know, you got now, meanwhile, that's your brother, right? Is that your twin brother?
That is my twin brother. Yeah.
That is wild. So your brother played you in the first season.
Well, my brother Im Lamar plays me pre-transition. Plays Sophia before she transitioned, and I of course wanted to play her, but Gingy and Jodie Foster, who directed that particular episode, didn't think I was butch enough. So luckily, I had a twin brother who could do it, who is butch enough.
That's wild.
So let's see Laverne in action, then we'll talk. I think we got a little clip of you in season 2. Okay? Hit it, please.
Who cuts your hair? Anita?
Hell no. I wouldn't let that butcher near me with a pair of scissors. I do it myself. Don't look at the back, it's a mess.
What's the occasion?
My son's coming to visit.
Well, don't be upset if he doesn't notice. Boys are stupid. They never notice things like that.
Michael hasn't seen me in a long time. He's never come before.
So what's the drama with Sophia this season?
Oh gosh, I think it's a lighter season for Sophia in a lot of ways, and as you see, her son Michael finally comes to visit her, which is huge for me. When I read it in the script, I just cried. It's like, is Michael ever going to come? So we see that Michael comes to visit her, and so some of the familial stuff is being resolved a bit for her. Her relationship with Crystal, her wife, is she's dating the pastor at the church. So her life on the outside is a little bit sticky still, and I think what's really fantastic about our show is that it really shows what life is like before folks are in prison, and people are human beings before they're incarcerated, and they're human beings while they're incarcerated as well.
Congratulations again on all the success. How did you get into acting?
I was a dance major at Marymount Manhattan College here in New York.
Wow, and that's just a few blocks away from
here. I know, right? And I did my first non-musical play when I was at Marymount, and I was actually walking down the hall, and a guest teacher by the name of Daniel Banks, who I just saw a few weeks ago, saw me in the hall and said, "You'd be perfect for this play I'm doing." It was Max Frisch's Endor. I had no lines. I was a village idiot who grinned and nodded, and I stole the show with no lines. And I just fell in love with acting. And I have to say, my brother, the first time he saw me act, he was like, because he'd been seeing me dance my whole life, he was like, "Oh my God, you're amazing. This is what you should be doing." And he's been so amazingly encouraging. And it's been a long road, but that's how it started.
So your twin, is he into acting, or he just did kind of...
He's a musician, actually. His name is Im Lamar, and imlamar.com. And he does this fantastic music that's very political and spiritual, and he plays the piano, and he's a countertenor. So he sings operatically, but there's some blues influence, and there's some a lot of different influences, Diamanda Gallis influence.
Well, politics obviously runs in the family, because you've been out there speaking about trans issues, and certainly putting a face to it and making people aware of what's going on there. Has this been a difficult road for you?
Absolutely. I think a lot of folks see this person who's on a very popular television show now, but I've had a very difficult time, and I think a lot of trans women, particularly trans women of color, have had very difficult times. Street harassment has been a huge part of my life. Violence, growing up,
street harassment, just people saying stuff, people saying whatever they want.
Stuff. I was kicked on the street once, and I heard anti-trans slurs. group of guys, and one of the guys kicked me. A lot of like, you know, sort of that kind of thing. I was bullied like big time when I was growing up. So I was beaten up and chased home from school.
I read that you used to regularly, when you got off the school bus, have to run home because people would beat you up.
They were trying to beat me up pretty much every day. So like, and some days they would catch me, and there were times I was held down and kicked and beaten because I was who I am.
Well, look who's on top now. Can we see that Time magazine cover story one more time? This is wild. Congratulations. I mean,
Thank
something
you.
else.
For all the bullies who bullied me, it does feel a little bit like, well, I'm on the cover of Time magazine now.
What are we gonna? If we pick it up and we read it, what are we gonna learn?
Well, a lot of it is a lot of basic things about who transgender people are, and what's great is that they tell the story. The issue tells the story of a number of different trans people and their struggles and their stories. And I think when we connect with different people from different experiences and their stories, I think then we can connect with people as human beings, and hopefully the misconceptions we might have about people who are different from us can melt away.
And what about the family? How do they feel about the show and the magazine?
My mom finished season 2 already. She marathoned all weekend, so she's done. And my brother's really supportive and really, and I was talking to my brother because we come from a poor family, single mother. It's like, how did we, you know, turn out this way? And my brother was like, I think it's because we had each other. We dreamed big and supported each other's artistic dreams. And so yeah, I'm very blessed.
That is beautiful. Laverne Cox, real privilege to meet you, and we'll see you as we marathon season 2. Okay. No
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here.
All right, when we come back, Jersey Boys. Jersey Boys.
It's now a movie.
It's now a movie. Saw the play, loved the play. Laverne, if you haven't seen the play, you need to see the play before you see the movie.
Okay.
Because you'll be dancing in the aisles. But the movie, directed by Clint Eastwood.
I know, that's major.
Out today, I believe. We're going to meet some of the cast coming up.